It is Sir Paradise. I do appreciate you guys staying tuned. You've got to make sure you listen carefully. There's bigger things at play, but I want to go ahead and sum up. I did mention about my picks, okay? My picks from the blessed one, the one that he's going with. I'm also going with the blessed one. Come on, Hawaii vibes, bro. Like, I gotta do it, represent. So, during this one, I'll give it to you right now so you can go ahead and stop. But if you really care about Chael, and if you care about mental health, and you want to listen a little bit about how to help others and yourself, well, then we're going to go in depth about the subtleties of it, and how this unorthodox method that I have created, it's actually, I didn't really create it, it was just bestowed upon me, but I too am going with Holly Holm. I'm going with all upsets. Maybe I just like the money lines better on them. I mean, I did get in a little early on Max, where he was like 3,000, or maybe that was Cody Brundage that I got in on early, which was 3,000. I mean, that bet, like, okay. In all honesty, I didn't get in early. I did place the best yesterday. If I would have got in on Cody Brundage earlier, I think a simple $1,000 bet would have yielded something like a $14,000 return or something. It was ridiculous. I did parlay though. So my parlay, I parlayed, who did I parlay? I'll remember it and I'll bring it to you later, but that parlay is going to pay out really big. I just liked them. I liked it from the get-go. But enough of the MMA talk. I mean, it is interesting, and I am stoked about the UFC 300, and a little bit of that is because Uncle and I have sort of aligned on some stuff, and that's sort of why it was bestowed upon me and brought to my attention that he needed the help. But let's go ahead and just focus on that just a little bit more. For those of you who might not have watched the one before, go check out those couple shorts before. Push the button and go check those out. But the previous one, I was a little long-winded, but I got into a little bit more of the detail of where his health, mainly the mental side of it, but it is affecting his cardiovascular health as well. And this is what's sort of, he even knows this one a little bit. He's concerned about it, but the stress and of the job and the wear and the tear, all the traveling, it's really taking a toll on him. And you know, if we care and if we want to do better for ourselves, then we can take this advice. Or it's not really advice so much as therapy. It's an ongoing therapy, and we're going to be practicing this. And I will, for a few videos, be a little, what's the word, redundant, you know? Just a little redundant, because you have to know why we're here. And a lot of people will not go back. They will only listen to what's in front of them. And this is the issue. You know, if you really want to know what's lying ahead, you should go back. Then you can make a correlation between the two, and it seems a little bit more, well, should I say, obvious? I mean, come on, guys. You know it. The individual knows it, but the mass does not. So I'm not telling you to go back and watch my videos. I could care less. I'm going to be a little redundant and repetitive in the information that I'm sending to you guys and to Uncle. I know that he's watching, and there was a couple key words that he used, several, but the most recent was the rabbit out of the hat. And then there was a couple other ones. He referred to himself as he prefers to be the mark. Well, that was to grab his attention. There has to be a sudden shock that happens to get one's attention, and it's just got to be like this. And then once that's happened, you can break it. Hence the change with here. Now, before in the previous video, I did go over the three. Is it three or is it three? I always do this, but I feel like this should be the three. There's three main characters, okay? It's important that we don't disturb these main characters too awfully much. Otherwise, we could fracture in the subconscious level. And Kale wants to come out, okay? And I can't really help when Kale wants to come out. But Uncle Chael has eaten all the kale, never lost a pound, okay? This is why we are here, okay? He's just drudging himself to death on this treadmill with the squeakiness. There is other things. We're trying to address it, but it's going to take time. Unfortunately, it's going to take a lot of my time. I am tasked with doing these immediately after, on the spot, no editing, just send. So it's a little stressful and it's taking a toll on me, but I can take it. We're hoping that Chael can take it and gets the message. Thank you guys. You've been awesome. Stay tuned.